And we are now getting some more breaking news. And amid Amit Shah's visit in Manipur, now the state Congress delegation has sought an appointment to meet with the Home Minister. The Congress party has said that they want him to resolve the issue once and for all. Remember, amid tensions escalating in Manipur, the ethnic violence really growing by every passing day, and with the Union Home Minister currently visiting the state, he is in Imphal at the moment. The state Congress delegation has appealed to the Home Minister, sought an appointment to meet with him, and they want the situation to be resolved at the earliest.
We will rush tomorrow at Imphal, and when Honorable Home Minister is there, we have already sent request letter for meeting Honorable Home Minister and directly apprise all these things. Lastly, from time immemorial, I don't like to take much time. The integrity of Manipur. Whomsoever any organization, whether valley-based or whether hill-based, any organization, when any government, when they are trying to resolve once for all permanently, sorry, we cannot compromise our Manipur states.
Let me now bring in my colleague Pallavi Ghosh on the broadcast. Pallavi, Congress and Unison are trying to go ahead corner the Union Home Minister this time as he is there in Manipur. It's not just the state Congress delegation. We've had the senior party leaders of the Congress party claiming that it is a miss at handling the Manipur situation by the central government. What really is expected? Is the Union Home Minister giving an audience to the Congress delegation in the state?
No such clarity has been given. They're going to ask for that time from the Home Minister. But, we also have to understand that the situation over there is very sensitive. It's also kind of fragile. And the Home Minister's main task is to meet with all the stakeholders on the ground, which meant also the governor, the chief minister, and representatives of both the communities, and to bring back order as soon as possible. So in that context, it may be difficult for the Home Minister possibly to give some time to the Congress delegation. In fact, the Congress delegation may also get permission to find it difficult to get permission to visit any of the sensitive areas, because at this point of time, the government feels that it's important to restore normalcy rather than any politics being played out on the situation. As far as the Congress is concerned, their memorandum to the Rashtrapati, then the whole point that they've been making is complete mishandling and negligence of that area, a violence which was simmering for some time, a tension which is being stoked by the BJP. And this is something which goes on to show that once again the BJP is ill-equipped to handle the ground situation there.
Also, Pallavi, we'd heard the senior Congress party top brass referring to the Atal Bihari Vajpayee regime and talking about how tensions in Manipur really had escalated during his tenure, and this time around it is during Narendra Modi's tenure. Is all of that talk going to be escalated by the party?
Yes, absolutely. And, basically what they're pointing out is that the BJP runs through with its agenda and its communal agenda, to use the words of the Congress party. And it revels in, stoking this kind of violence or tension between two communities. The Metis versus the Cookies is something, according to the Congress party, has been instigated by the central leadership, by the BJP, even at the state level. If they really wanted to control the situation, they could have, but they actually encouraged it. And now it's a little bit too late that the Home Minister is going to be spending 3 days over there.
All right, Pallavi, thank you so much for all of that inputs. We are now getting some more breaking news on the broadcast, and this one, as per government sources, which have told CNN News 18, the situation remains tense in Manipur and also in the Churachandpur district that's supposed to be visited by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Home Minister's visit is being taken positively by the locals. This is the latest that we are getting from on ground. Remember, Churachandpur was one of the worst affected areas in the violence that had erupted in Manipur after that court order which had claimed that the Meitei community, the dominant community in Manipur, should be given the scheduled tribe status. And after that, you'd seen so much of violence that had erupted in the state. Churachandpur was one of the worst affected areas. We also know that there was an inauguration that was supposed to happen by the Chief Minister of the state, N. Biren Singh, that of an open gym there. That gym was burnt by a mob. And that is the kind of violence that Churachandpur has seen. And now Union Home Minister deciding to visit that very place to assess the ground situation. We are learning that the locals in the area, remember, dominated by the Kuki tribes, are taking that visit by the Home Minister positively. My colleague Arunima has more details. Arunima, this is what you brought for our viewers, a positive outlook and approach towards the Union Home Minister's visit. Certainly there is going to be protocols that will be put in place considering the situation still remains tense.
Yes, the situation is tense, and there were a lot of questions whether in the current circumstances the Home Minister's visit is advisable or not. But that call has been taken. The Home Minister in all likelihood will visit Churachandpur shortly. Why the concern is because as per the state government, the Kuki militants who were under a suspension of operation agreement, which essentially means ceasefire agreement with the forces, have decided to take arms in their own hand. Armories have been looted. In some cases, allegations are that the officers in charge of handling the armories themselves took a step back and allowed the quote-unquote looting to happen. Okay. Allegations are that these were officers who belonged to this or that community, and therefore they allowed members of their own community to go ahead and loot arms. Then these arms have then reached the outlawed groups. They're using AK-47, they're using sniper rifles, they're using high-end weapons, and therefore the situation is not so, at this stage, not just civilians targeting each other. It has become much more than that. But in this circumstance, what is being said is that if anybody can bring back normalcy, it is the center. There have been demands of President's rule. So in that backdrop, the administration is going all out to ensure that Home Minister is able to travel to Churachandpur. Home Secretary is with him. Director IV is with him. MOS Nityanand Rai is with him. So for them to go and see for themselves what the situation is and try and speak to people there and see if normalcy can be brought back, if people can be encouraged to get back to their lives and bring back peace in Manipur.
All right, Arunima, thank you so much for all of those details.